we can lay down a new energetic and frequential foundation. That's why the twin flames, the starseeds, and the lightworkers are here. That's the whole point of why we're here, to learn how to do that ourselves first and foremost, the hard way, and then to be able to come back and teach the collective how to do this. Strategically placed all around the globe, acting as sort of portals to channel cosmic and divine energy of eternal love and unconditional love onto the planet and anchor it into the physical reality. Hey everyone, and welcome. I'm Val Mason. In today's video, we're at a slightly different location that I normally do. I'm normally somewhere in nature in the woods. Right now, we have Baltimore City skyline behind us. This is where I live. This is the city that I was born in. Right now, I'm on the south side. I live in the northeast side. I bought my house in 2019 when I was at my absolute lowest. I was at my rock bottom. And I'll go ahead and throw up a before and after picture of 2019 and then August of this year, just to kind of give you a contrasting perspective of where I was and where I am now. So I want to talk about the spirit of Baltimore. Like people, like animals and trees and plants have spirits. I need to make sure that my phone doesn't topple over with the wind. That happened. I lost a piece of my insert there to connect with my mic. Towns and cities also carry a spirit as well, collectively. Baltimore has a spirit. All towns, all cities, countries, all have spirits. And we're all fractals of the greater entity and whole of planet Earth. So Baltimore's spirit, for me, she's a woman. She is what I would respectfully describe as a tough broad. You know, kind of tough as nails, but so beautiful and so elegant. And she perseveres. You know, she's kind of gritty. She doesn't take any shit. But she has a heart of gold. I actually relate to the spirit of Baltimore in that sense. You know, and not all towns feel that way for me. You know, it's very evident to me why I chose this avatar to incarnate in this city at this time. And I want to remind that I think probably most twin flames, surely not all, but probably most, already planned this lifetime now, this time on planet Earth, being right here now, way back when we signed our contract to come to Earth and start our earthly journey at the dawn of human civilization. So around the time of like Atlantis and Lemuria and Mu. This was already planned. You know, this was already planned. So that's really cool. You know, it's kind of like our human minds, our avatars, have to take it step by step and kind of walk through the process of doing it. But to know that it was already planned is pretty cool. So in 2020 is when I had my Kundalini awakening, and it was the turning point of my entire life. If I live to be 100, all of that evolution that I'll undergo, all of the mind and the times that will change within and around me, 2020 will have always been the turning point of my entire life. So it was absolutely perfect. It was in divine timing. And of course, during my Kundalini awakening, my egoic mind was just null. I mean, I transcended my mind, all of time and space, and I was able to understand on a cellular level that everything's energy, everything's in divine timing, period. We live in a simulation that is created and made up of energies. And I understood that we're here to learn how to, as Dolores Cannon would say, manipulate energy. In other words, realize that our beliefs and our programs and what we believe our limitations are all energy and frequencies. And they can be overridden, overcome, risen out of, and we can lay down a new energetic and frequential foundation in our subconscious mind to then build upon the life of our dreams. That's why we're here. That's why the twin flames, the starseeds, and the lightworkers are here. That's the whole point of why we're here. To learn how to do that ourselves first and foremost, the hard way, and then to be able to come back and teach the collective how to do this. We're at the dawn of the golden age of Aquarius, and we have the honor to be the ones who are the initial foundation layers for the new earth. And it's seriously such the biggest honor. It's the greatest challenge that perhaps our souls have ever undergone. But it's absolutely the most rewarding, you know, when you realize that you are source, you are God, you're a goddess. You know, the illusion of a hierarchy is being burned away. God is not a man in the sky. We all know this. You know, source is within us. Source is within the concrete, the clouds, the birds, everything. We are the creator, and it's about realizing and coming to understand our divinity as such, and not that everything else that we're seeking is outside of us, but that everything that we're seeking and we need is right within us. This is what we learn as we take and accept responsibility for our life paths and our purpose. Now, twin flames, starseeds, and lightworkers have been strategically placed around the globe in order to do their work in correlation with the family and the ancestral lineage that they were born into, the subconscious programming, the darkness, the struggles, the disparity, the doom, the addiction, and so on and so forth. In the towns, in correlation and correspondence with the town that we were born into. So there's a reason for your family. There's a reason for your town. There's a reason for your struggles. It's your design. It's built into you. This is your task. This is your mission, if you will. There's no mistakes. So with that being said, maybe you could cultivate your relationship with your town more. You know, not only understanding the family that you were born into, and I'm going to do a whole separate video of how awakening triggers the worst in us and how that has everything to do with the family we were born into and the events that occurred throughout our lives and so on. But take notice of your relationship with your town. You know, what areas do you avoid out of fear? You know, what's the kind of collective story of your town within your family, the connection with your twin flame? So, you know, and it's funny because I often wonder if my twin and I are the only twin flames in Baltimore City, the county, and really the state of Maryland altogether. We're certainly not the only starseeds and lightworkers. But when it comes to twin flames, my ego would like to think that we are the only ones, because that just makes me feel special. I mean, truth be told, that would be kind of pretty cool. But, you know, the chances are that in another spot somewhere on the other side of the city, there could be a twin flame who's recording a video on a grassy hill or something somewhere. So who knows, really? We don't really know, but we do know that the twin flames, the starseeds, the lightworkers were strategically placed all around the globe, acting as sort of portals to be able to channel cosmic and divine energy of eternal love and unconditional love onto the planet and anchor it into the physical reality and begin to change the frequency of planet Earth. So when this happens, there will be earthquakes. This is the natural order of life. This is, we break down to break through. We know this personally as we undergo our challenges. We have the dark night of the soul. We feel like we're absolutely and utterly lost and broken and damaged before we realize that we were always whole, and we muster up what's been in us all along and bring that forth. So with that being said, I battled with addiction for years, with victim mentality. I was over 200 pounds. I was absolutely miserable. I was in a relationship that I couldn't stand. I couldn't look at myself straight in the mirror. I had so much anger at the world, at my life, at my family, at everyone from my past who caused me great pain, grief, and anguish. I blamed everyone for all of my problems. I pointed at and blamed everyone else for all of my problems because I was terrified to take personal responsibility, because that meant that I had to change. It meant I had to change everything. The way that I thought, the way that I spoke to myself, the things that I believed. When I had my Kundalini awakening, every person that had been in my life up until that point, from childhood even, and my family, everything changed. I became isolated. I deleted my social media. I entered the darkest night of the soul that I've ever witnessed. And it was my worst fears, being alone, abandonment, all of that sort of thing was my worst fears. To be honest with you, I wasn't sure if I was going to survive it or not. But, I looked around. I had just bought my house. I looked around and I realized that, I was either going to kill myself or I was going to do what I could to start improving my life. They were my only two options. I was completely alone. I had no one to turn to, no one to lean on, no one to blame. I did what I could to start improving. And it's been 3 years. It's been a journey of, consciously choosing to wade through the flames of my own hell, pulling up a chair and sitting down in my own flames, in my own torture, in my own misery. And really, like A Clockwork Orange, if you've ever seen that, where they held his eyelids open to watch that film that he didn't want to see. It was like that. I did that to myself. I consciously chose to be a warrior, like Baltimore, like a warrior of love, to do this for myself and to do this for the planet, and I do get emotional because I'm so filled with love today. I'm so filled with salvation, with understanding and compassion. It's absolutely a journey that I could not be more honored to have undergone and to now live for the rest of my life. So if you really want to experience your power, if you want to experience salvation and freedom from within, where you can become a leader and your own hero in life, and to help this planet evolve and restore peace and harmony and unconditional love within your heart and others, this is what needs to be done, friend. My brother, my sister, this is what needs to be done. You have to choose to face and stop running from that which has chased you all your life. You have to be that courageous. When you do that, you begin to realize that you are not that experience that you run from. That's not who you are. You begin to disidentify with that. You become the observer, which is your spirit, perpetually whole and complete, eternal love and bliss, always has been, always will be. That's who you are. And you begin to experience what your avatar, you begin to witness what your avatar is experiencing. And you begin to understand that, you have a different course to take. There comes a fork in the road. Do you remain here in hell? Do you remain here in a loop of torture, a karmic loop of torture? Or do you take the road less traveled, the hard road, the road that's full of challenges and obstacles that you have the honor to overcome, to navigate, to figure out, to build your character, to acquire wisdom, to acquire strength, to find a fire in you that you never realized you had before, to develop a capacity for leadership, to become your own hero, to become the person of your dreams, baby. You are the person of your dreams. I know you may not be able to understand that. You might not be able to possibly see that. At this moment, you might not even have the capacity to believe that this could be a possibility for you. I'm here as living proof to tell you that you absolutely are. This journey is going to challenge you like never before. You're going to be poked and prodded and plucked at your very core, at the things that trigger you the worst. You're going to have to face the things that trigger you the worst, that make you feel insecure, that make you feel hatred, that make you feel like you are unworthy, not good enough, and don't have what it takes. But it must be done. It's sacred. And it's okay that you experience that. This is what needs to happen. It's the order of this divine journey. It can't be avoided, you know? And it's not bad. It shouldn't be avoided. It should actually be embraced. And, you know, when you're absolutely triggered at your worst and you're in hatred or feeling unworthiness or great despair, sadness, depression, this is forging you. It's being forged in the fire. Like a diamond is created under pressure. You then look back and realize that you would have it no other way. It's a part of your journey that you wouldn't be able to be who you are today without it. Cultivate a space of gratitude for these events and these souls whom you will and are encountering along your journey. It goes from, I'll let the universe take care of them, that's the best revenge, to, I want to reach a space where I can sincerely send this person my love and my energy of peace, to the state of oneness and all-knowing. There's one more thing that I want to touch on. You know, on your journey, I know this from my personal experience. After my Kundalini awakening, after allowing myself to wait in the flames of my own fire, I struggled with a long time with feeling like I was so different from everyone else because I had these experiences that nobody understood. I felt very alone and isolated because of this. And it's very important to remember that there are all different levels of starseeds, twin flames, and light workers. Everyone's different. Everyone has a unique purpose. Everyone has a differentiating path. It doesn't mean that someone else isn't whole and fulfilled in their own. It may simply mean that you have a higher caliber soul purpose with more experience and wisdom that they simply don't have access to because it's unneeded for their journey. Respect everyone and honor your own life. Rise up to spiritual maturity. Take the wheel of your own life. You are the captain. You're at the helm of your own ship. Don't let the story of another ship's captain determine your course. All right, guys, I'm really cold. I'm starting to shiver. The wind's blowing. I hope this message finds you well today. I hope this has been a help. And if it has resonated with you, go ahead and drop a like. And also, please consider subscribing to my channel, as that helps to grow and I can continue to reach and help more amazing souls like yourself. Thank you, guys. I'm Val Mason. Until next time, take care.